Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, and I am MegaFreak400. We are heading into level 1, the Spirit's Grave, the first dungeon of this game, and it's not too bad actually. Some of the later dungeons can be quite complex and tricky. This one is pretty straightforward. I would say it kind of sets the mood a little bit in that it's a little trickier than some first dungeons are. But it's not too bad overall. I mean, I'd say it's a little harder than, like, The Legend of Zelda's first dungeon, or Link to the Past, or even, like, Spirit Tracks. But, it's really not, I mean, like I said, it's pretty easy. So it doesn't really show off the puzzle aspects of this game as well as it could. It doesn't just start introducing us to some things we'll see later on. For example, this block, which unfortunately actually, I had to go back around because it reset. But that, block, the color aspect of pushing that block into the little indent and matching a certain color, in this case blue. That one's obviously not much of a puzzle, it's pretty much just push it in. You will see this game does have some color-based puzzles like that. Some of them are kind of lame, some of them are kind of cool. They don't abuse color puzzles as much as they did in Link's Awakening DX though, where with that game, it was like, okay guys, we've released a new version with color, and now we're gonna have a dungeon based all on color, and how the fact that you can now see in color. I didn't mind the dungeon, but it was kind of just like, yeah, color, woo. Okay, open this door, but I need to go get that chest. What is this in here? Compass. Okay, awesome. And the compass, like in Link's Awakening, makes a tone if there's a key in the room, which is useful. I kind of sad they... No, I guess I can't cut that. But I'm kind of sad that they got rid of that feature in later Zelda games. Yeah, so you hear it there. And now we know that there is a key in this room. Specifically, I believe over here, because it's the only thing we can obtain. Yeah, there's nothing else in this room. We can't lift pots at the moment, nor can we break pots with our sword. The one thing that's nice about this game, though, is unlike Link's Awakening, if you run into a pot, it doesn't tell you, oh, you can't lift that right now. It's like, no, duh. I kind of realized that. It's not too bad, but that got annoying in Link's Awakening whenever, like, oh, and even once you got it, you couldn't, even once you obtained the for example, like the bracelet, even if you took it off and you ran into a pot, it would still inform you that you couldn't. Okay, wait, which way do I? No, I think I want to go the other way first. But yeah, it would still inform you that you couldn't lift it every time. And luckily they got rid of that in this game. Capcom did a pretty good job of... I mean, some people probably, I feel, might be surprised that Capcom worked on this game. They also worked on Minish Cap. Okay, now we can go after that chest. I don't know if there's anything important in there. Probably just like something... Oh, wait, did we? Okay, no, it is key. I wasn't paying attention to the tone earlier. I'm glad I went this way, though, because, like I've said before, I kind of have a bad habit in Zelda dungeons of, like, or any game for that matter, of picking the wrong path and then having to, unfortunately, backtrack because I took the path that takes you forward, not the path that allows you to, you know, get the side stuff. Though I would have had to go back there anyway because it had a key. And, okay, switch. I'm assuming there's gonna be a chest that, yep. This will probably not be anything important. Okay, gotcha seed. Definitely useful to have, but, will not be, you know, not really the most important thing in the world either. And, there we go. Now what is over here? Okay, door. Yeah, I guess I'll head down here. Ooh, mini-boss, I believe. I think. Oh, there it is. Oh, crap. Okay, hang on, this guy shouldn't be dead. Die, die! Die! Damn it! Okay, wait, I'm not even getting hurt. Oh, that guy was pathetic. Actually, yeah, that was really just kind of sad. For a mini-boss. I mean, I'd expect more out of you, Ghost. You're a ghost. Man up. And, I don't know, do more deadly things. Because you can take quite a bit of damage in this game, and I don't know, he didn't seem to be doing anything, and I was like pretty much on him the whole time. Okay. Ignoring sad, pathetic mini-bosses, or ignoring that sad, pathetic mini-boss, we're gonna head down here. And I believe we can actually now, like most Zelda games, once you beat the mini-boss, you can pretty much obtain the dungeon item not too long afterwards. And I've done pretty much a good... We're almost like pretty much done with the dungeon at this point, because I don't think there's too much after the mini-boss in this case. Okay, light that, staircase, and reference to the first Zelda game with the, obtaining the item by going down here. I don't think you do this all the time, I think you just do it for some of them. Specifically the power bracelet, and you use the power bracelet by, well, just equipping it, and then you can lift heavy objects, like the pots. So now we can, obviously, and pots and boulders for that matter. So now we can now get to places we couldn't get to before, and also pots make useful weapons. And we can now go this way. I technically could have gone to the left at the beginning of the dungeon, but I didn't. Ooh, cool ring. We'll have to get that appraised to see what it is. But I believe it's the same in every, like, it's not randomized. I believe that ring is always the same ring, no matter what game, you know, what file you're playing, it's always going to be the same. But yeah, you couldn't do anything in this room, and we actually now can. You can either pick up pots or just push pots. If you need to like put it on a switch, you need to push the pot, because you can't set the pot back down, you can only throw them. We now have the boss key. So, for the most part, we're pretty much set in terms of, we can pretty much go back here and head to the boss. Let me just check, make sure I've got everything. Okay, so this way is the boss, and, okay, I'm missing a chest down there. How do I get to that? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I think I know how. I think I made a stupid mistake that would have saved me some time. But it's easily fixable. Okay, can't head down this way. Or I can head down this way, but I don't think there's a door down there. Which means the only way to get to that room is to, yeah, I'm sure that I know what I did. Okay. I don't want to cut this, I want to set it on fire. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. There we go. Now we go in this room, which I think it's entirely optional, but I like getting everything in the dungeon. Clearing all the map spots. And killing the ropes. Okay. Not too bad of a detour. It would have been better if I got this earlier, then I would have been able to go straight to the boss dungeon, or to the boss without boss dungeon, yeah. You beat the dungeon, and then you go to another dungeon where you beat the boss, then you go to another dungeon. Dungeonception. But, okay. If I remember correctly, this boss isn't too bad at all. Oh, and yeah, there's floor masters here. Or, no, wall masters. Because they're falling. Floor masters don't fall. Okay, so this is the Pumpkin King boss. He's pretty easy, actually. Pretty much you kill him by doing that, and then you throw his head so you can actually kill him for reals, because his body's not really him. Do be careful, though, because he can cause damage to you. It's also, the one thing that's odd, and I'll say this right now, I'm playing with, obviously, the Game Boy player. It's really kind of tricky to play this with the you know, either using the analog stick or even the GameCube's D-pad. So, you know, maneuvering around, I feel, is a little bit more tricky than it could be in terms of, like, getting around enemies. Anyway, we've got the first Essence of Time. I think it was Spirits, which makes sense. This is a graveyard. The Essence of Time are kind of, again, even though besides the fact that they don't really explain why you need them necessarily, at least at the moment they don't, besides the fact that you just need them and they restore her memory, the Essence of Time just don't really fit as well as, like, there's an essence tree or 8 essences and seasons kind of make more sense in terms of what they represent. Here, it's just kind of like they were stretching to come up with something that makes sense, as you'll see later on with some of the names of these essences. And here is a new character, actually. Typically, you'll find her after dungeons, because I believe she's triggered by the amount of enemies you defeat, and, you know, going into dungeons clearly, going into dungeons will clearly help activate that a little bit, because you kill a lot of things in dungeons. Anyway, this is Maple. Yeah, Maple. She is Syrup's apprentice. We don't see Syrup for a while, technically, because we can't get past that river. So she lost all her stuff, and basically when you find her, you can run into her, drop stuff, and get more stuff by racing her. And the picture book reference actually is important for later on, but for getting something via a trading quest. But for now, yeah, with Maple, basically, you bump into her, all her stuff is taken down, or is dropped, as well as your stuff, and if you're quick enough, you can actually make off with more stuff by stealing her things. She gets tougher later on by, like, you know, obtaining a faster transportation, and I think she gets, like, a vacuum at one point. And she also, there's also some important stuff she can sometimes drop, one of them being a heart piece. But here we have this Poe, and this Poe wants us to move his grave so he can move on to the afterlife. What is with all these people, like Varan and this guy, who are spirits who can't pass through solid objects? This one makes a little more sense because he's underneath a grave, but like Varan could have, I don't know, not worth questioning video game logic, but it's fun, sometimes. Sometimes it's probably not really that fun. But anyway, in doing that, we have to leave, but we actually get something that will help start the trading quest I was speaking of. I don't need this anymore. Take it. Well, I know I wouldn't. That's kind of a horrible thing to wish upon someone. I wish you can. I hope you die too, soon or something. I mean, it's kind of like in a way, it's a backhanded compliment, or not really compliment. I guess good show of goodwill. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of like a horrible thing to say to someone. But we will now walk backwards, because why not? To get this heart piece that we couldn't attain earlier because we couldn't lift this stone. But yeah, we got the Poe Clock will help start a trading side quest, and we will definitely be doing that because, I mean, you know, why not? Well, also because you get a good item from it. You can probably guess what the item is, considering Zelda. But anyway, I've been Maker400, and I'm reminding you that this game is pretty awesome, and we will be doing more next time.